Mr. Burke is Berserk, Chapter 5, The Class Pencil. None of us could believe that Mr. Burke had been fired. Who would mow the lawn? Who would trim the bushes? Who would rake the leaves in the fall and shovel the snow in the winter? Mr. Burke didn't say a word. He just stood up and walked slowly out of the doorway. When we got back to class, I looked out the window and saw Mr. Burke sitting all by himself on the monkey bars in the playground. It was sad. "Okay, it's time for math," said Mr. Granite. "Get out your pencils and turn to page 23 in your math books. Do the first problem and write the answer in your notebook." Ugh, I hate math. "I don't have a pencil," said Ryan. "Me either," said Michael. "My pencil is gone," said Neil the nude kid. "Somebody stole my pencil too," said Alexa. "Somebody took all of our pencils," said Andrea. It was true. All of our pencils were gone. Our glue sticks, tape, erasers, and rulers were gone too. "Somebody stole our stuff," I shouted. "Who would steal school supplies?" asked Andrea. "Mayor Hubble," said Mr. Granite. "He's probably going to sell our school supplies on eBay so he can balance the budget." "Wow," I said. "He didn't waste any time." "Mayor Hubble is mean," said Emily. "Well, that may be true, but we still have to do math," said Mr. Granite. "There's one pencil on my desk. We'll just have to share the class pencil." "Can I use the class pencil first?" asked Little Miss Perfect. "I already know the answer to the first problem." Andrea always knows the answer to every problem. I hate her. "I want the class pencil first," I shouted. "Please, Mr. Granite." I didn't even want the dumb pencil. I just didn't want Little Miss I-Know-It-All to get it. "Andrea and AJ may share the class pencil," said Mr. Granite, "then pass it down to the next person." "Ooh," Ryan said. "AJ and Andrea are going to share the class pencil. They must be in love." "When are you going to get married?" asked Michael. If those guys weren't my best friends, I would hate them. Andrea snatched the pencil from Mr. Granite before I could get it. I grabbed the other end of the pencil. "I get to use the class pencil first, Arlo," said Andrea. "No," I shouted at her. "We're supposed to share it." "Me! No, me! Both of you! Knock it!" Mr. Granite didn't get the chance to finish his sentence, because at that moment the weirdest thing in the history of the world happened. Snap! The class pencil broke in half. "Look what you did, Arlo!" shouted Andrea. "You broke the class pencil." "I didn't break it," I shouted back at her. "You broke it." "I did not." "Did too." "Now we can't do math," said Michael. "Yay," said Ryan. "No math." "Mr. Granite, Arlo broke the class pencil on purpose so he wouldn't have to do math," Andrea yelled. "I did not." "Did too." Andrea started hitting me, and I hit her back. "Stop," shouted Mr. Granite. "I will not have violence in my classroom." "What do you have against violins?" I asked. "Not violins, Arlo," said Andrea, rolling her eyes. "Violence." "Oh, that sounds a lot like violins to me." "Forget the class pencil," said Mr. Granite. "We'll use the whiteboard. You kids will not get out of doing math this time." I had to admit that breaking the class pencil to get out of doing math wasn't a bad idea. I wish I had thought of it. But that gave me another idea. "Mr. Granite," I said, "can I go get a drink of water?" "Mayor Hubble turned off the water fountains," he replied. "Remember?" "Oh, yeah," I said. "Well, may I go to the boys' room?" "You really have to go to the boys' room, AJ?" Mr. Granite asked me. "Or are you just trying to get out of math?" "I really have to go," I lied. "Well, okay," said Mr. Granite. "Here, take some Post-it notes with you." I was about to walk out the doorway when the weirdest thing in the history of the world happened. Bring, ring, bring. It was the recess bell. Yay, no math. It was the greatest moment of my life.